Welcome to Popcorn Daddy. I'm Kevin, and today we are going to be doing a review of The Black Phone. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is a spoiler review, and in the words of the great gray wizard Gandalf, you shall not pass. Or pass, if you're a spoiler-loving Belrod. Okay, so before we start the review, can you believe that one day I might actually post some content that you will actually like?
No, I don't at all. No.
Well, just in case, please like, subscribe, and please leave a comment. But okay, so getting into it, if I'm being honest, whenever I first saw this movie, I would actually say I was not really a fan of it. If I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have given it a 4-star rating at the time, but that's only because I was hyped for it and it did not really... at the time, I was just kind of disappointed that it did not turn out as well as I'd hope. But so getting more actually the things I like, I had to watch this a second time, and it definitely was better the second time around. So what I loved is I loved the masks, hands down. The different masks were a really nice touch. I also loved the setting and the lighting of the movie, which I gotta say was pretty nicely done. There was actually a Beavis and Butthead fart knocker reference, which actually got a decent laugh out of me as well. One cool thing I gotta say is how the girl had visions that led them to where the children were buried, and this is near the almost it's the scene before the end scene, whenever they're back in the school. But yeah, whenever she's riding her bike she ends up finding where the kids are buried because she's having visions of where they're at. Originally you'd think it would be taking her to where her brother is, but it ends up being the house that's right across the street, which I gotta say, it's pretty cool, especially since the factor you had a villain that was smart enough to hide the bodies somewhere that was not a distance to where he had to actually carry them, but also not too close to where it would be as suspicious, pretty much. The opening scene, which was also pretty cool, there was a moment that brought out a decent amount of nostalgia. It kind of reminded me of going back to elementary school. It was also reminiscent of the movie, if you remember the movie October Sky, where they were firing off those little paper rockets where you actually fill it with Mentos or Alka-Seltzer, and then you put vinegar in it, and next thing you know, it'd shoot up. There's a scene that really captured stuff from back whenever I was younger, which I thought was pretty cool actually. The concept of communicating with the dead was also a pretty cool touch because they were doing it through a old black payphone, hence the name The Black Phone. One of the biggest parts I really wish they had more of, this is actually also coming up in the things I didn't like, but Ethan Hawke's performance was spectacular in this movie. I really wish they would have actually utilized him a lot more. Overall though, he did great, and I just wanted more. I'm sorry, this is actually part of the reason why I did not like it as much at first. Another thing I liked is also kind of how it reminded me of A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, which is how the kid utilized things from the dead kids to escape from the villain. Kind of similar to how Alice utilized the powers of the other kids after they died to beat Freddy. I gotta say, that was pretty cool. The things I did not like in this movie, I gotta say though, the slow pacing, it was an extremely slow burn, which by the time like you got to like the really exciting parts, like it just seemed like the movie like went as fast as it came. And that kind of like it, I don't know. It's just like something that like I don't like. I like character development in movies, don't get me wrong. However, whenever like all your actions within that last like 20 minutes of the movie or 15 minutes of the movie, I don't know, it's just it's kind of like eating a piece of Fruity Stripes gum. You get all excited and the next thing you know, or you kind of feel like you just got blue balled. But no, okay. Again, not enough Ethan Hawke. This movie could have done so much better if they would have like utilized them a lot more. The characters, I gotta say, like none of them really, I don't know, they didn't really stick out to me. Like even like the dad who kind of like stood out, he just kind of felt awkward when he was on screen, and I don't know, I just didn't like that character that much. The name of the villain, the Grabber, I didn't really like that name. I don't know, it kind of sounds more like a title that you would name a coworker who keeps sexually harassing your coworkers, and I don't know, like I think they could have came up with a better name for like the villain. Okay, so something I wish we could have seen like in this movie, clips of the other abductees, which would have been amazing to see, because you could also fill it in with more Ethan Hawke performance. And overall, like especially whenever you see the scene of him killing his brother, that got really exciting and I loved that scene. He was an idiot, but he was my idiot. But yeah, you could see him like doing what his thing, especially the friend of the main kid, which, like I said, the characters, I already forgot their names just because of the factor, like I said, they were not that interesting to me. But yeah, like, yeah, if you could have seen clips of the other abductees, like getting abducted leading up to where the main kid got grabbed, it could have ended up being so much more, like, it could have been a more of a better film. But yeah, overall, like, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Okay, so like I said, if it weren't for the pacing, lack of Ethan Hawke, and overall characters like not standing out, plus the name of the villain, but this movie could have at least scored a 9.5 in my book. But overall, my overall summary, it kind of felt like a coming of age film with a dash of paranormal and escape room horror, which some of it, I gotta say, it's pretty nice. So yeah, I'd also recommend checking the movie out, and yeah, this has been Popcorn Daddy. Have a great day.